Happy New Year to all our podtastic pet-loving viewers. We're back and ready to start the year with a 2020 vision for animal welfare in Fiji. We announced the winner of our Pet Project Christmas Hamper giveaway during our mid-season finale, and the lucky winner was Namnita Kumar.
Hi everybody, I'm Namnita and I just won this Christmas hamper from the Pet Project. I've got a cat at home, his name is Goldie and he's gonna love all this stuff. There are dog stuff here as well, so probably I'm gonna give them away to my neighbors or friends. So thank you once again and Merry Christmas to all the pet lovers out there. Thank you.
This week, we're continuing with our visit to Animals Fiji and catching up with co-founder Casy Quimby and resident vet Dr Ashitosh.
Thank you so much. We're so excited to have the Pet Project here today. So my name is Casy Quimby, and I'm the co-founder and managing trustee of Animals Fiji. And I have been in Fiji since 2007. And we started Animals Fiji in 2011, and we took over the Nandi shelter and clinic in 2012. And we've been growing and helping more and more animals every year.
Yeah, so I've been with Animals Fiji for just over a year now. Yeah, so I studied in Malaysia, and post-graduation I've joined Animals Fiji and I've been working as their resident vet since then. Yeah.
One of the first things we filmed when we got to Animals Fiji was a surgery that Dr Ashitosh was performing. Did you know that even dogs can get cancer? This dog was brought in by their owner because of a lump. Both the owner and Dr Ashitosh decided it would be best to have the lump removed.
So Ashmita is our vet in training, and he's really confident with inductions. He's gonna induce this dog, which involves injecting the induction drug right into the veins. Sorry, and within like a few seconds, 20 seconds or so, we'll have him fall asleep, have her fall asleep. Sorry, and that's when we're gonna put a tube down her throat.
She's 13 years old.
Yeah, she's
an old girl.
She's an old girl. So what has happened is she has got a bit of a lump, right?
Yeah.
It was benign for a long time, meaning it wasn't growing, it wasn't affecting her, right? But now the last few months, the owner has noticed it just increasing in size, and we have explained to the owner on the chances of there being metastasis, which means spreading of like cancerous cells, etc. But we have all come to a point where we're just gonna try to remove it and see how it goes.
Okay.
Yeah. Right. So this is tubing, where they're just gonna put a tube right down to the trachea, and what that does is keeps the airway open throughout the surgery, so that she can breathe easily. Yeah. Obviously, it's a bigger dog, so it takes a bit more effort.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So we, as Dr Ashitosh explained, so he is one of our 2 veterinarians based here in Nandi. So we have 4 permanent clinics.
Yeah.
We have Nandi, which is our head office and largest, and it's the only location with a shelter.
Yeah.
Then we operate Latoka every Saturday, and we work with Ministry of Agriculture to operate that clinic, and which Dr Ashitosh also helps with. And then we have a team of 3 full-time staff and 2 part-time staff based in Savu, and they operate our Savu clinic full-time and our Labasa clinic 1 week a month. And in addition to those 4 permanent clinics that people can come to and make bookings, we have over 25 outreach clinics a year.
Last time I was here with Casey and the breakfast team actually, and Casey was showing us the dog pen, and it wasn't completed at that time, and I believe you were, we were asking people to help donate and just to complete the work.
So you'll be doing that again, hopefully.
Yes. replicating it. That side.
So I've got Penny, Cooper, Maggie is a fatty boom Betty. So this is during the day they're actually out roaming free,
Yeah.
and then at nighttime, or depending on who's got an attitude with who, when we're not here, they get put in the pen. Maggie, she thinks she's the queen of everything.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Oh, wow.
She was actually found by some Air New Zealand flight crew.
Wow.
And now these three will stay because Animals Fiji is adoption guaranteed. So once we accept them in,
Yeah.
they'll stay until they get adopted.
Yeah. Okay.
And we will not adopt them out unless it's a good, loving home.
Yeah.
They'll stay with us until they find a home. Because these guys are older, no, not older dogs, but they're adult dogs.
Yeah.
They obviously don't get adopted as quickly as puppies. But they still have a lot of love and a lot of life to give. So and for someone who doesn't want to deal with the whole puppy chewing phase or
Yes.
puppies.
Because they teeth and all that, and if you don't have time, if you're a family with a busy schedule or something and you don't want to deal with that, she's like what Casey said, you can probably opt for an adult dog. And you know, they're just as, if not more, they have more life experiences to show you even more love.
I find that especially the street dogs
Yes.
are quite intelligent. I mean, like, you guys look when you see any of them crossing the street, they know to cross at the crosswalk. All of these guys have never had like formal training on how to walk on a lead. They automatically know.
Just now?
They're besides barking when we first came in because I got excited,
Yeah.
actually quite well behaved,
Yeah,
and really
they are.
smart and potty trained and all that good stuff. And they would just adore anyone that would love them.
Let's find out about the products and services they offer.
Product-wise, when we're looking at over-the-counter, we're looking at dewormers and flea and tick control. Along with that, service-wise, we provide a lot more than that. But we do also provide shampoos and basic advice that they can get from any of our clinics. They can just come over the counter. They don't really need to see a vet. We have printed out sheets for their how to take care of puppies and how to take care of adult dogs. But yeah, otherwise, other products or other services we provide is like vaccination, desexing, along with general checkups, diagnosis of conditions. But I won't be able to list down, of course, all the conditions that we have to go through. That's like a whole different field. But yeah, it's just anything and anything that walks in, large and small animal, along with exotics. So we've been getting iguanas, turtles, birds, exotic birds, barn owls, along with the one we saw today, Taviuni parrot, and large animals like the vets here. We go out to do horses, cattle, even we have goats into the clinic. Yeah, so we have everything. Yeah.
On occasion, you'll see a goat or a sheep waiting outside. And actually, one of the last horses that came in just a couple weeks ago, they actually brought the horse to us, and so there was a horse getting a dental.
Yeah, we did a dental. They had some issues with the teeth, which caused it to drop food whenever it was eating. So we had to rasp down the teeth, everything. Yeah. So dentistry is still under veterinary. Everything.
You guys are basically
Yes, so we do.
vets.
Yeah, we do radiology, surgery, general practitioners, along with specific medicine.
Coming up.
No, sir!
We learn about dogs and pig hunting. Dogs in Fiji are often stolen and tortured for pig hunting in villages. Organizations like the Greater Good Foundation are tirelessly fighting for these dogs and creating awareness so that more people can speak out and stand up for these innocent beings. The activists often risk their lives trying to save these dogs. Following is a video prepared by the Greater Good Foundation during an incident in Ba. Some scenes may distress viewers. Viewer discretion is advised.
No! You've stolen the dog and I'm taking you to the police station. Both of you.
Oh, masih baru turun umur, sih baru mati sewa.
Excuse me, please. You need to let me look at these dogs. No, sir.
We asked Dr. Ashitosh and Casey about their stand on hunting dogs.
Dogs hunting, the practice of having dogs help with hunts has been there for a very, very long time.
Yeah.
Looking historically as well, dogs have always been with men when they go out for hunts. Now in Fiji, what's the practice is we usually use these dogs for hunting boars, the wild boars, the wild pigs, right? In those. Now, what is difficult is just that the fact of how these animals are treated. Yeah. Because of course the act of hunting isn't the problem. It's just how the dogs are treated during trained. Yeah. So what we have observed is chopping off of ears.
Yes.
What people call as bleeding, so that they get a bit more aggressive and they are able to, I don't know, it's some perceive it as they can hear better, which is not true at all. If you cut off a dog's ear, obviously the ear pinna, they would hear less, because these bits here, they collect the sound, so they would hear more if you don't actually mess up their ears. And starving them just so that they have that aggression to look for food, to attack and go for the kill, because they are at a point where it's life and death for them. Either they make the kill or
they don't eat.
Or they don't eat. That bit is really sad, and it violates all of the 5 freedoms, I think, because I don't think there's any medical attention for these dogs. I don't think there's any of these freedoms of just to exhibit their normal behavior, just to be how dogs of this century are, to be a man's best friend. That's not what they are. Their whole mindset has been changed to a point where they're just surviving.
There are examples of working dogs and hunting dogs in other cultures and other countries, where a dog can be treated humanely according to the 5 freedoms and still be of great assistance in hunting. So they don't need to be ears chopped, they don't need to have their tail chopped, they don't need to be starved to death, they don't need to be beaten to a point. So there are ways. I mean, if you look, for example, some of the working dogs that we have in Fiji that are doing jobs and they're being treated like kings and queens would be like the custom dogs, the custom program that the Fiji Police and Fiji Customs has with New Zealand Customs and New Zealand Police. So those dogs are working dogs, and they're still treated like dogs. And when it comes to work, they've been trained with positive reinforcement.
I think the amount of drug bursts the dogs at the custom unit have done is amazing. They've done more for the fight on drugs than any of those. Really.
Corruption too. Like they have money dogs.
Wow.
They'll sniff out anything.
So earlier on you mentioned something about the 5 freedoms. What is that? It's the first time I'm hearing of it.
So the 5 freedoms basically, because what animal groups and animal welfareists they have is this thing called the utilitarian approach, right? Where we have to see the greater good of the whole rather than just one. And the 5 freedoms are just guidelines on how the animals' rights are not abused and how their welfare is maintained. So one of the freedoms is, I think, freedom from hunger and thirst, which is pretty obvious. Do not starve your animals, give them access to fresh food, and when I say food, of course fresh, not rotten or table scraps, but you know what I mean, like not spoiled food. And water, clean water, access to clean water, not drinking sewage and rainwater. And of course freedom from pain and discomfort. If you have an animal or a pet that has been hurt, let's say he was running about and got into a bit of an accident where a bit of his leg got torn or there's a big cut on it. Now keeping him home without any attention for medical treatment or to relieve his pain and discomfort is violating his 5 freedom, because keeping him just at home is not going to do him any good. Whereas if you can bring him to some medical attention, get some medical attention, like Animals Fiji, any of the animal groups which can advise or give medical attention, that keeps their second freedom of pain and discomfort.
So the third one would be pain, injury, or disease. So obviously, one of the more common things that we have here is parvovirus. So making sure that you vaccinate your puppy in prevention of a disease. That's kind of going along with 5 freedoms. The opportunity to express normal behavior. So not being kept in a very confined small space for long periods of time, unless it's for a medical reason. Making sure they get exercise. So a dog being able to go walk or not just be tied to a tree 24 hours a day.
And that applies for like the wildlife as well. Why birds are not to be kept, because they won't be able to exhibit their natural behavior.
And the last one is fear from, not having fear or distress. So we saw with the bird, it was having distress and it started, over grooming, or you'll see.
We see abuse cases.
With the pig hunting dogs, they're living in fear situation. So, and that what Ashitosh has gone on about, and what the Ministry of Agriculture in Fiji and their government supports, is the One Health policy. So if we have healthy animals, including domestic like dogs and cats, or farm animals that we are consuming, chickens, etc., then we will have healthy humans and vice versa. So it's a big circle. So to quote the Lion King, the circle of life.
Do you want to sing it as well?
No.
Later maybe. What I like to advise or tell people is the animals are here not for us, they are here with us. So if you are able to accept that they are a part of a society and they play very important roles in the society, there's a reason for everyone and every being in this society we live in. And if we can just understand that, I think everyone will benefit. If we keep treating them as they're just here for our amusement or just for our use and we can do with whatever we want, it doesn't work like that. And that's when we get problems.
Up next.
So if you see his ears are a bit agitated, so just tell him it's okay. It's okay.
So you
Cooper.
just stroke the sides.
Nice and long.
We learn more tips on dog behavior.
biggest misconceptions is that when a dog's wagging its tail, that means that it's happy, which majority of the time it does, but sometimes it can be just like a nervous twitch. You know, when someone tells you something really sad or awkward, or you're like in a situation you feel uncomfortable, some people nervously like laugh.
Yeah.
So wagging of the tail doesn't always mean that they're happy. So I thought I might take the dog out and I'll just show you a couple signs of relaxed.
Yeah.
And I'll see if I can do a few things that will make her not too uncomfortable, but just to give an example.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Maggie, Maggie, come here. So you can see right now, she's a bit like, what's happening? Her ears, she's just checking out what's happening. Her ears look semi-relaxed. She's listening to what's happening, but she's not really nervous.
Yeah.
When you see a dog's tail, I'm gonna make it happen. Sorry,
Yeah.
sorry, Maggie. But if you see a dog's tail completely under her legs,
Yeah.
like that means very nervous.
Very nervous.
Yes.
Okay.
When you see, all right. When you see hair on the back of the neck,
Yeah.
also means nervous. When you see ears all the way back,
Yeah.
very nervous. So like now her ears are relaxed. She's kind of chill. If you have your own dog
Right.
that's quite nervous, you can long strokes on the side says it's okay. So I can tell his ears are relaxed and his tail's wagging.
Okay.
He's not showing any fear. He's not got his hair up. He's not growling. He is panting, so you also see when they get nervous, they will yawn inappropriately.
Oh.
So if we were to bring him up to the consult room, he might get a bit nervous.
Okay.
So Beck is our medical stock manager and vet nurse from Australia,
Yeah.
and she knows a little bit about behavior as well.
Okay.
So some of the signs about nervous would
Yep.
be yawning.
Yawning, licking lips.
Oh.
So licking lips is a displacement behaviour. So they're trying to do something because their brain doesn't know what to do. So they're choosing to do something that they're comfortable to do.
Yeah.
So licking.
Yeah, so he's doing the awkward.
So that he'll come up and sniff. The ears, the whites of the eye is usually a sign that they're scared as well.
So he did it just then, but if you look, see the wrinkles?
Yeah. Yeah.
His ears are on alert. So see the wrinkles, he's alert. He's
Yeah.
trying to listen to what's happening, but he's still wagging his tail, so he hasn't quite got to that next level of fear.
Yeah.
And that could be because he knows us, he knows where he is. But if he gets in a situation where he doesn't, it could escalate to the next level.
Like if it was probably just me and him on a leash in this room,
Yeah.
it might have been, right? Because he doesn't
Yeah,
know me.
but don't mistake the wagging tail that the dog's happy.
I said that.
Right. That's what
Yeah,
Casey
that's a
was
big
saying.
no-no. If you see a dog wagging its tail, doesn't always mean it's happy. Same with a cat as well.
But you
similar
would
sort
match,
of behaviour.
I would match the ears with the tail.
Yeah.
So like
Right.
if the ears are up and alert and he's still wagging his tail, I would say he's probably agitated.
Okay.
So yeah, you judge the whole dog, not
Yeah.
just one thing. You don't just go, oh, because I've seen the whites of his eyes, he's going to bite.
Yeah.
He might have been looking in a different direction or something like that. So you judge the whole dog.
So if you see, do you fart?
Yeah, it wasn't me.
So if you see his ears are a bit agitated, so
Yeah.
just tell him it's okay. It's okay.
So you
Cooper.
just stroke the sides.
Nice and long.
Long strokes. Thank you so
So
much.
also to approach them, don't approach them front on. Especially if you're trying to introduce two dogs together.
Yes.
They shouldn't be introduced
Nose to
face, nose. Come one from behind, let one sniff, especially if you know a dog's already nervous with other dogs. So let them come behind and do the animal behaviour where they sniff each other and work each other's smells out first. Well, front on is very confrontational for dogs, and most animals anyhow. So same when you talk to a human, you stand front on, it's more confrontational. You stand to the side, it's not so confrontational by standing to the side.
Right. And one of the reasons why, could you please just explain why they sniff bottoms? What does it mean for dogs when they sniff bottoms?
Hey, what's up? Where you been?
Yeah, pretty much, yeah. The
Yeah.
smells, there's anal glands there and they give off a certain scent. So that's why they go and wee on trees and things like that, because they're leaving a scent behind.
Oh.
So that's why they sniff and smell each other. That's the
Yeah,
most sensitive and most giving off the most aromas.
Okay.
The
So
dogs know how to talk to each other.
yes. So
Yeah.
that's basically a
dog talk.
conversation. Like,
But when
Yeah.
you
Who you
see
are.
dogs who know each other,
Yeah.
who, like, let's just say, like, Beck and I know each other, and
Yeah.
if we were dogs, sometimes one dog will lick another dog's face and say,
Yeah.
like, where you been? What have you been eating?
Yeah.
And that's normally like a, I know this dog, where have you been?
Yes.
Not like I'm greeting you for the first
for the
time.
first time.
So another thing is that introducing dogs.
Yeah.
If you have a dog at home,
Yeah.
and let's just say that you wanted to go to one of the shelters in Fiji and adopt another dog,
Yeah.
when you introduce them, your dog already knows this is my house and this is my territory. So to introduce them, walking them on a lead each, so they understand that, like for example, if I was to introduce Cooper to a new dog,
Yeah.
I would walk Cooper on my right hand side and the new dog on the left hand side,
Yeah.
or even with the
Another
Beck would help
person's
me.
even better.
Yeah, Beck would be another person. So we're each walking the dog. We're all walking calmly. They're reading our behavior, which is calm and relaxed.
Yes.
And the dogs are realizing, oh, these two humans who we observe, who we like love and worship, want us to get along. So let's walk gently together and just get along.
And that's a really good way of introducing
Yeah.
them.
It might take a few
to new
times.
friends.
Yeah.
I'm sure we're going to learn some more things on the pet project in terms of animal
Yay.
behavior. We haven't even touched on cats at the moment, so we'll get to that. But thank you so much, Beck and Casey, for helping us to learn a little bit more about dog behavior in general right now.
Thanks.
That concludes our episode for this week. But if you've missed any previous episodes and would like to catch up, you can find us online. See what I did there? On our Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube pages at The Pet Project Fiji 1. Feel free to send us your stories and photos with your pets, and feel free to contact us if you're concerned about the welfare of an animal. See you next week, and make a difference. Be kind to animals. On our next episode,
As you can see, this is the lump I was talking about. Yeah. It's a small growth there. She's got a few more here and there.
we find out if the surgery was a success. Alright guys, so remember Buddy from earlier? Well, this is Buddy right now. He is doing well. He's just eaten. Vet Ashitosh has just told me that he's eaten, and look at him.